whoa. That was what you call a countdown. A countdown to excellence. A countdown to surprises. A countdown to delights.
John, I want to be clear. I want to be clear. I do not wish to be responsible for excellence. Competence is the bar that I'm shooting for.
I have to straighten my hat out. No, I'm sorry to set expectations of any kind. But you know what? I have confidence. It's a countdown to confidence that I have.
Yeah.
In the delightful excellence that we're going to bring to live streaming for the next hour. My name is John Hodgman. Depending on whether you're watching us in landscape mode or portrait mode, that's Jennifer Marmer, also known as up there. And that's, I can use this hand. That's Jesse Thorne.
Remind me who I am. Oh, right, Jesse Thorne.
Jesse Thorne, who is situated, well, I don't want to give you a thumbs down, but who's in the, you know what? I'll put me on the bottom. There we go. Now in the portrait mode, if you're watching us on, I presume, Instagram, the portrait mode, Jesse's in the middle. Jennifer's on top. I'm on the bottom. In landscape mode, here on the YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and wherever else you might be watching, Jesse's in the middle. I'm on the right. Jennifer's on the left. That's the orientation.
Yeah. Can I give a quick shout out to our Instagram viewers who are joining? One of which is Linda Holmes. Hey, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Oh, hey, Linda Holmes. Hi, buddy.
Instagram doesn't sync with our platform, so it's a separate deal.
Yeah, we won't. If you are watching on Instagram, welcome indeed. My name is John Hodgman. That's Jesse Thorne, Jennifer Marmer. We represent the Judge John Hodgman podcast, one of many of your favorite podcasts on the Maximum Fun Network. It's the Max Fun Drive. If you're watching on Instagram, we're so happy that you're here. We will not be able to see your comments, although Jennifer, it looks like you're monitoring the Instagram comments.
Yeah,
that's terrific.
I've got a few windows open.
All
Hi,
right.
Adam Felt. You are there too.
Can I say something about our friend Linda Holmes, who's watching on Instagram?
Yeah, please do.
Linda, of course, is the brilliant host of NPR's wonderful Pop Culture Happy Hour.
Yeah.
She is also, this month, the co-host of the brand new Bullseye show, Put You On. This is a show that we're going to be doing every month for members who support Bullseye, my NPR show. It is a show where listeners write in for recommendations. It is a write-in for recommendations program. Linda and I recommended, among other things, documentaries that give you a sense of nostalgia for a time when you were not alive.
Yeah.
We did a tier ranking of types of necktie.
Yeah.
We recommended books and essays about baseball for somebody who kind of likes baseball and is interested in baseball but wants to know all about baseball.
Yeah.
Wants to become a passionate baseball fan like Linda and I are.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. The reason being...
Wait, Jesse, you like
Yes.
baseball?
Yeah, I love baseball.
Oh, huh.
John.
Okay, fair enough. Go on. Reason being...
New to me.
The reason being that Linda, like me, is bright and competent and interested in popular culture. And unlike me, she knows a lot more stuff and is likable. So it's a great combination. It's a great combination, me and Linda. Everybody loves Linda, including me.
Yeah.
She really leavens my natural smugness. And it is a great, fun show, and we're going to bring it to you every month. I am promising, without even having mentioned it to him, that next episode it's going to be me and Elliot Kalin. I'm going to get Kalin in here. I just saw Kalin this morning. He's a very busy man. He's got two beautiful children. And he's got a demanding television job.
Demanding animated show. I won't mention it. I don't know if it's announced.
But he's going to make the time.
He's going to make the time. Yeah. Linda Holmes has joined us.
He's working on a Ghostbusters show.
Linda Holmes joined us in the comments saying, "I came to Twitch because I am not old."
Yay!
Yeah.
She's a young person, a vibrant young person.
Linda, I also.
That's where Linda watches Clavicular.
Yeah, watch this. Hold on a second. Watch this. Linda knows what to do. Linda knows what to do.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
was about to say,
Oh, shade tipping.
Linda Holmes, I have sent you via a text message, which is a popular texting device,
Yes.
a URL that you click to join us. Let me instruct you how to do it. I don't need to tell you that because you're not old. You know it natively.
Oh no, I'm not old.
Popped right
Definitely
on.
not. Absolutely not. I saw my opportunity and I leapt upon it.
I'm so glad you did. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I just have been, having my usual day of
Yeah, what did
watching
you do today?
television, and
What'd you watch? What'd you watch? What'd you watch? What'd you
I
watch?
just watched the most recent episode of Below Deck Down Under.
Okay.
Very scandalous. Very scandalous. I've
Hey.
also been closely watching. I know Jesse was just talking about this. I've been closely watching the news about my beloved Philadelphia Phillies who have parted ways with their manager.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
as a
Welcome, Donnie
result,
Ballgame.
as our in Donnie Ballgame is our Don Mattingly is going to be our interim manager. But yeah, unfortunately, not winning any games eventually became too much for our manager Rob Thompson to
Yeah.
overcome.
Curious management style to not win games.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe you just need someone with different goals, like
Yeah.
winning games.
Which reminds me, how many goals do you need to win a baseball game?
You need at least 7
7 goals and
goals.
then it's done, right?
Yes, when it's first to 7, that's how
Yeah.
you win a baseball game.
Yeah.
Or you lose, but you lose if you go over. It's like The Price is Right.
Oh, so it's like 7 goals and 1 cent. That's too much.
Yes,
Then,
exactly. So
then,
you,
then,
yeah,
then the organ plays. Bum, bum, bum,
correct. And that's exact. Yes, that's exactly how it works. So my
That's the
team
end of
is
things.
my team is getting a new manager, and I taped an episode of Pop Culture Happy Hour today also. So yeah, plenty to do besides the best part of the day, which is saying hi to my friends from Judge John Hodgman.
Yeah, it's me, Jennifer Martyr, co-creator Jesse Thorne, and co-host Jesse Thorne, and me, co-creator, co-host John Hodgman.
I
Linda Holmes, you've been a
know.
guest on Judge John Hodgman many a time. You are
Have-
you coined the term that we use all the time, little weirdsies.
I did do that. I did do that.
And describe for us again what little weird. Describe it. Just describe it for the people in the chat. What little weirdsies are, so they'll
Yeah.
put their little weirdsies in the chat. And maybe we'll read them.
So the original Little Weirdsies, it was a person who, when they had a glass of water by the bed, they felt that after a certain time it got bad, and they needed a new glass of water,
Yeah.
and wanted their partner to go get them a fresh glass of water. And my point was, you can.
And the
if you
partner was
really-
probably like, "There's no difference. I don't want to do
Yes.
it. What
And-
you're suggesting isn't rational. Logically, I shouldn't have to get out of bed for
Right.
you, or because I married you for no reason whatsoever. I don't
Exactly.
even like you."
That's
That was, I
exactly
think,
right.
their argument, right?
Exactly right. And the point was, if you live by yourself, like I do, you can have all your own little weirdsies. I don't like old water and all that stuff, and just get your own glass of water. And then you
Yeah.
don't have to justify anything to anyone.
Don't have to justify anything to living alone, you can do whatever you want.
It's true. I do live with a dog, but
I was going to say,
yeah, but he doesn't make me justify anything to him.
is this the same dog that I met many times on Get Your Pets, Brian?
Yes,
Okay.
you have met Brian on Get Your Pets.
Yeah. I love
He's
Brian. Brian's
he's had-
a retired racing hound.
No, he's a
He's an
Spanish.
active racing hound?
No, he was rescued. He was a Spanish street dog. He's some kind of skinny whippet greyhound mix kind
Oh,
of thing.
okay. Oh, he's not one of the greyhounds that you adopt.
He's not an
after
actual
a brief...
greyhound.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
But he has
Brian-
had a stressful week because he ate a small shred of a raisin.
Yeah.
And if your dog eats any raisin,
Mm.
they make you react as if your dog has had hemlock for supper.
It's not good for dogs to eat even a
No.
shred of raisin.
Absolutely none. With most other things, if it's a small amount, they don't make you do anything. But what we have learned is a shred of raisin, they will send you right off to the dog emergency room, which we did.
And did
I had
Brian
to
get
do
his
that
little tummy
once.
pumped?
He got they forced him to throw up, and then They did some blood work, and then we had to go back 3 days later and get another round of blood work.
Oh no, Brian.
Make
Just
sure
to make
his
sure.
Yeah, so he's not sure why he keeps having to go to the leg sticking factory, but he's doing absolutely fine. He's doing fine.
Now, I have some questions for the dog people, which are all of you. Can a dog can't eat a raisin.
Correct.
Can a dog eat a grape?
No.
Absolutely not. Same thing.
Same deal. What about a sultana? What about a golden raisin?
No.
Can a golden doodle eat a golden raisin? Yes or no?
What about a prune?
Golden
can
noodle.
Can they eat prunes?
Absolutely. I would not give a
Prunes
dog.
or plums?
I think prunes are a different thing, but currants, I think, are included in the raisin grape. Don't do it.
Yeah, I read about that in a magazine that I subscribe to called Current Events.
Of course you did.
Good.
Of course you did. But yeah, so that's the excitement of the
I'm
dog's
never going to
life.
stop smiling at that joke. I'm so happy with myself.
So that's the excitement of the
Poor
dog's life.
Brian.
He got to go to the emergency
How did
medic.
you know that he had eaten a shred of raisin?
So I was sitting on my couch, and next to me was a plate on which I had a bagel, which had about this much cinnamon
No, don't even
raisin,
say it. I don't even want to hear this from my friend Linda Holmes.
cinnamon raisin cream
No.
cheese. This much. And he came and he got it right off the plate. And I thought, that can't possibly be a big deal. It's like a thing the size of a BB, probably. And I called the vet, and they said, nope, he will need to come in and be treated as if he's in an emergency. So.
Look, I'm just putting my headphones back on.
No, I know.
Jennifer, Jesse, can you confirm that what I missed was that Linda Holmes was eating either an everything or an onion or a plain or a salt, some kind of actual good bagel?
Yeah.
And then
I can
accidentally
confirm.
someone threw a raisin through her window and Brian ate some of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was in Anti-Brian Hate Crime where they threw a raisin through her window.
But
Yeah.
like weirdly a shred of a raisin. So
Just a shred. Just
I can
tiny.
think of many, many, many reasons never to eat a cinnamon raisin bagel.
John, it wasn't
Me
a cinnamon
personally.
raisin bagel. It was a plain bagel with apple, cinnamon raisin, cream cheese. I think that's worse,
Let's
right?
I just put my headphones
Linda-
back on, Linda. I want to love you.
Linda,
it's
while you're here, will you help us answer a question?
Of course.
Okay, Margaret in Cincinnati, Ohio asks, my friend Ari says that fairies are magicians because they perform magic. For example, fairy dust. However, I believe fairies are inherently magical, but they are not magicians. Magicians are real people performing magic. Fairies are mythical and magical concepts.
Fairies, not fairies. Not like the Muskegon to Milwaukee ferry we took across
Right.
Lake Magician.
They're
That's the name
magical
of that
because
lake,
they
right?
make
Lake
your
Magician.
they make your commute a delight.
instead of playing poker on the lake when we were on tour, I just picked up series of cards and said, "Is this your card? Is this your card? Is this your
Yeah,
card?"
right. I got to write that down. I keep an Apple Notes note called titles for things. Lake Magician is one of them now. All right.
Okay, so here is my initial read
What's
on
your
this,
take?
and
Are fairies magicians, Jesse?
I want to say that neither of the sets, the groupings that are being described by Margaret, are magicians. I would say Margaret is describing fairies, and another group, wizards. I would say that wizards are people performing magic, and I would say that magicians are people performing the illusion of magic.
The illusion of magic. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay,
Which
so
is to say,
Liz-
you could.
Although Merlin is a magician. Is it just because of the alliteration, or is he's actually a wizard?
I would say Merlin
Or-
is a wizard.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I think that's. Here's where I agree with you, Jesse. I don't want to step on Linda's opinion though. Linda, you want to weigh in? Are fairies?
I'm still thinking. I want to hear
Magicians.
your opinion.
I agree that a magician is an occupation. A fairy, I suppose, could be employed as a party magician.
Yes.
You know, but and I would not even necessarily believe. I would not even necessarily say that a fairy is magical in the sense that I think fairies mostly in folklore perform mischief rather than rings. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, then
I
what's the
guess.
fairy dust? What does
Well,
that
I mean
do?
that's a Disney Peter Pan Tinkerbell thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
You know
I'm
what I
not.
mean?
I'm not sure I know exactly what magical fairies are supposedly capable of doing,
Yeah,
but my instinct is to say, to be a magician, you have to be in a position to say "ta-da" or "abracadabra" or something
Yeah.
along those lines,
I think
which
you're onto
means
something there.
you have to be performing a trick for the purposes of "look at the trick I just performed," which some wizards do that and would be magicians. Other wizards perhaps sit in their little wizard holes and just do things without telling anyone. And perhaps then that is a wizard who's not a magician.
Yeah,
But I also think that a magician can be a person, as suggested by Jesse, who performs illusions of magic.
yeah,
Because as long as you say "ta-da" or "abracadabra" and you do something that appears unjustified by the laws of physics and nature, you can be a magician. And then the question is your magic the magic of appearance or the magic of actual power, you know?
Jennifer.
Matthew Reed Bailey over on Instagram says in all caps, "Wizards do not do magic. Merlin was a sorcerer."
Oh, what's the
Okay.
difference between a wizard and a sorcerer?
Yeah, Merlin.
One of them
It's
has an
funny.
apprentice?
It's about the way the union works.
Right, right.
I mean, I think fairy, sorcerer, wizard, sprite, these are words.
Pixie is another
Pixie.
one. That's a word.
These are words of folklore, whereas
Brownie.
magician is a word of the Yellow Pages. So,
Yes.
as you said, an occupation.
Yeah, that's right.
And so there may be overlap between those things, but I think that John is right that unless the fairy is doing an event for you,
Right.
the fairy is probably not best described as a magician.
I think that's the answer. I think Linda Holmes gets it exactly right as always. If you say abracadabra or ta-da in a professional capacity or as a hobby for others, you're a magician.
There you go.
I don't want to be yelled at by that sorcerer guy again though. That scared me.
That's why I like to know when I'm out of my depth. And as soon as people are saying words that I associate merely with the playing of games that I
Yeah.
don't play, I say, that is your field of expertise, buddy.
Linda, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are you a member of Maximum Fun?
I am. I've been a member of Maximum Fun for many years. And I do keep up every year with my shows that I support. And I go in, I make sure that any that I have added to my list of shows that I support so they get a share of my money. I'm not able to bump every year, but I try to bump many years, simply because I like being part of the rising numbers. And it makes me feel good. And also, I'm a strong believer that if you are already a member, particularly if you've bumped this year, but even if you haven't, if you are a member, you get to skip through any drive related podcast pitches that you wish to, if you happen to be in a hurry, and feel great about it.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
That's yeah.
If you are a member, if you've boosted, if you've upgraded, if you've joined for the very first time by going to the URL that is scrolling beneath my barely bewhiskered chin, yeah, you should feel free to go ahead and fast forward through the pledge breaks. Though I'm going to tell you something, we got some pledge breaks dropping tomorrow on Judge John Hodgman.
Uh-huh.
They're heartbreaking works
Very good. Well, no,
of beauty.
I mean, yes. heartbreaking
hear
because
them.
it's like so beautiful that
Many of them are quite wonderful. And I did think it was a very special thing that when Max Fun announced that there were going to be ad-free feeds, that there were people I saw who were like, but I like the ads. And I thought, that is wonderful. You can still hear them. If you still if you love the ad reads on Judge John Hodgman or
Sure.
Flophouse or whatever, you can continue to hear them. And I always think the particularly nice thing about Max Fun that you guys always go out of your way during the drive to say, we know there are people who cannot afford it, do not have the money right now, whether that is because of where you are in your life circumstances or where you are in your life, you are a student or something like that. And so offer up the opportunity to sponsor a membership for someone else. So it's not a guilt thing. It's just an if you can thing. And yes, I'm always glad to join and be part of it. And I'm proud to be a many years member of Max Fun.
We're so proud to have you as a listener, and even more touched that you've been a supporting member for so long. Thank you very much.
As I said yesterday on Blue Sky, it's the home of all the shows that I wheedled my way onto with people who are professional comedians.
No wheedling necessary. Honestly, if I see you lurking in a chat room, Linda, you know I'm going to invite you in.
I love it.
Always.
I love to visit. I'm delighted to see all of you.
Now, I'll just say very briefly that what Linda's referring to is when you go to MaximumFun.org/join, you have the option to choose the podcast that you want to direct your contribution towards. So, when you become a member of Maximum Fun, it's not as though all the money is going into a big Max Fun bucket, and then someone at Max Fun HQ hauls it up and we never get to see it, and it gets distributed in some mysterious way. It's not how it works. Maximum Fun gets a little off the top because, after all, they are providing services for us and all of the podcasts. They're providing administrative services, web hosting services, distribution, all kinds of things that I don't feel like doing. And then Jesse and Jennifer, it's not a good use of their time either. And then your contribution goes directly to the shows that you have chosen to support directly. And if that's Judge John Hodgman, thank you very much. If it's E Pluribus Motto or Bullseye or Jordan Jesse Go or Put You On, thank you very much. If it's anything, thank you very much. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Linda, I have a question for you about Below Deck Down Under now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pivot to the important shit.
It is.
I go way back with Captain Sandy.
Oh, sure.
I go way back to Captain Lee. My entrance point was, what's his name? The sailing yacht guy, Captain Glenn, I believe.
Glenn, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Captain Jason is a hunk. He's the captain of Below Deck Down Under. I couldn't get into this season for some reason. Something turned me off. I can't even remember what it was. I feel like there's some extra drama at the top of the season. Maybe I didn't like the boat. But should I watch it or no? Yes or no?
I came into the season a little bit late. I think I didn't watch the beginning. I think I picked it up somewhere in a few episodes in.
Yeah.
Currently, well, if you know all this about Below Deck, John, then you know about JANET.
Yeah, I know about Joao.
Okay.
Yeah.
So JANET, who really is now too old to be causing drama on yachts on television.
Wowie, I would say so.
Is causing drama again with a couple of different people. They've also got Ben. John, you've watched Ben probably many times also.
Is he the chef?
He's the chef.
Yeah.
Some of these people just do not want to get other jobs.
No, Ben is the guy that loves rats.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that is true. That is also true, which is awkward because he is the chef. But
here's what I'm not hearing.
It's a Ratatouille situation.
Yeah, some rats are really good at cooking.
Ratatouille situation.
What I'm not hearing, though,
documentary.
Linda Holmes, is yes, you should watch it. It's more of like, it has some things to offer.
Is this the one that did this? Oh, sorry. Is this the one that did the crossover with Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
I don't know about that, but they do many Real Housewives crossovers.
Because I feel like
Bravo likes to mix up all their shows.
I think that they were. I think the Real Housewives of SLC were on this season, and probably before you started, you jumped.
Okay.
Yes,
I do. One of their trips was on one of the Below Decks, and I do believe it was with Captain Jason because there was a whole thing about who was
think
flirting
that's
with
right.
him and whatnot.
There would be.
And I wanted to see the other side of it on Below Deck to see how they were like, these ladies. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Well,
but-
it's a fun idea because part of what the Below Deck is it's a show about all the people who are badly treated by people like the Real Housewives, right? And the fact that they eventually decided explicitly to start doing that makes a certain amount of sense. John, I never tell anybody that it's an actual good idea to watch Below Deck, but I watch Below Deck.
So you watched it.
You know, you got to make your choices
All right.
the best you can, but from a position of any sort of responsible consumption, you know, I can't actually tell you it's a good idea.
Yeah, just some seasons are. Look, here's something I try to remind myself of late. And if it's not a yes, it's a no.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean?
John,
It's not a yes, it's a no.
One of the things that Jesse and I talked about on Put You On,
Bringing it right back to maximum fun. Good for you, Linda Holmes.
was a documentary that you were involved in called Class Action Park.
Oh, that's right.
That's
I was.
true.
I was involved in that.
watched that.
About the extremely dangerous Action Park. And if you've never seen that documentary, which is on HBO Max, I definitely recommend it. I love it. I think, John, Below Deck is a little bit like Action Park in that it might be fun, but you're going to realize later it was a bad idea.
Yeah, it might seem like a good idea to go down a black PVC pipe to be dropped into a negative 50-degree freshwater stream from 8 feet.
Correct.
But if you need an enema, it's terrific. But if you don't,
As is explained very thoroughly by people like Chris Gethard and some other really smart folks, it's fun. Is it wise? Probably not.
Action Park. Do you guys know what Action Park is, Jennifer and Jesse? It was a notoriously dangerous and unsupervised water park.
Yeah,
in New
I know
Jersey.
about it. I know about it from this very documentary that Linda is talking about.
Yeah.
I know about it because I lived this documentary with both Chris Gethard and Alison Becker, who's the other big comedy
yeah.
person,
That's
talking head in this movie, because they both spontaneously started talking my ear off about it when I saw them before this movie came out. Well before this movie came, like before they were interviewed for the movie, when they were just regular people who were obsessed with this dangerous water park from their youth.
Yeah. Gen X, New York and New Jersey people will tell you all about Action Park.
I will refrain from doing so. Check out the documentary. Linda Holmes, you want to hang around for another letter, or you want to go check and make sure that Brian's doing okay?
I'm gonna go and make sure he's okay because he's starting to do something on the couch that I need to investigate. So,
All right.
but it's wonderful to
Awesome.
see everybody. Good luck with all your.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for saying such nice things about Maximum Fun.
Good luck with all your drive stuff, and
Thank you.
I'll see you all soon.
Thank you. And,
All right, bye, friends.
And enjoy a better kind of cream cheese in the future. Oh,
Here is a letter from Max in Chicago. My coworker thinks any movie that contains boxing is a boxing movie. So to her, Pulp Fiction is a boxing movie. I think she's wrong. The boxing element is small and not particularly memorable. She says removing the boxing element of Pulp Fiction would cause the plot to fall apart. I want her to concede boxing must be the overarching concern of a boxing movie, and Pulp Fiction does not qualify. How do you feel about boxing movies in general?
That's what I'm trying to think of how many I could even name that I've ever seen.
The
I've
Rocky
never
movies,
seen Rocky.
Have you seen Raging Bull?
I have seen Raging Bull. No,
I've never
boxing
seen
movie.
Raging Bull, actually.
Yeah. That's a box. I haven't seen it in many, many years.
I'm
saw
worried it'll
Rocky
bum me
2.
out too much.
No, did I see Rocky 2 or Rocky 3? Which is the one with Mr. T as Clever Lang? I guess that's Rocky 3.
That's Rocky 3, yeah.
I remember liking that one. Eye of the Tiger.
Rocky 4 is the one with the Russian Superman.
Right. And then I never saw, Cinderella Man? That was a Russell Crowe boxing movie. I mean, you know what a boxing movie is when you think of it. When you ask me, what is a boxing movie you've seen? At no point, $1 Million Baby. Yes, thank you.
Oh, I
Millions
was
of
trying to remember
dollars,
the
baby.
name of that. Yeah.
Yeah. When I think
The
it comes-
Fighter. The Fighter was a
Fighter.
very good one.
The Fighter is about a boxer, right? But what's in Pulp Fiction? What's the argument that Bruce Willis is a boxer?
Yeah, he boxes at the beginning of his storyline. He's like, he's
Do we ever
throwing
see
a
him
fight or
actually
something.
in
He
the
doesn't
boxing?
throw the fight that was
He
supposed
gets in
to
trouble
throw.
with Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, look, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I'm not.
Same.
I don't even feel the need to revisit it that strongly. But I will say
Can I
this:
say-
not a boxing movie. No way.
Can I say something about you not having seen Rocky, John?
Please.
So, obviously, I don't want to sit here and be a you haven't seen The Godfather type guy.
That's okay. I have seen The Godfather.
If you have ever imagined Rocky to be a sports movie for sportos, obviously it is a favorite movie of sportos. I'm not denying that it's a favorite movie of sportos. However, at its heart, it is like a 70s wandering around the street slice of life movie.
Yeah.
Like it is a funnier version of, the less intense version of The French Connection or something like that.
You
And-
don't find that to be a light little romp?
But like the sports element, even the sports element is undercut by how things, the sports movie element is undercut by how things turn out.
Right.
Like what is special about Rocky is watching Sylvester Stallone at his like 12 out of 10 best. Just, wandering around and trying to figure out how to get Jason Schwartzman's mom to date him. When he
Shire.
is Talia Shire, when he is just like a lonely weirdo.
Yeah.
He's just a sweet, lonely weirdo who is coming around to the pet store with some baby turtles. And Rocky, the other Rocky movies, which are the kind of sporto movies, are all pretty fun. Rocky 2 is sort of like a B- version of Rocky 1, and then Rocky 3 and 4 are kind of like goofy 80s action movies.
Right.
And they're good, goofy 80s action movies. They're fun movies. But like Rocky is so fucking great. Like
Yeah, I'm
truly
not
Rocky
against
is
it.
such a delight to watch.
Yeah.
And I will also say that Creed
Yeah, I want to see
is
that.
like maybe my favorite, major movie theater movie of the last 20 years. Like Creed, it's just the best that a regular non-art movie. I mean, it's obviously extraordinarily artful, but like a movie that's not intended to run only at, movies with Cinematheque in their name, movie theaters with Cinematheque in their name. Oh, Creed is so fucking great. Creed and Rocky. And you know what? I liked Rocky Balboa too. So sue me. That's the one where he comes back because a computer simulation says he's not the greatest fighter or something.
Yeah, that's one of the more recent ones, I believe, right?
That's like the one that bridges the gap between the new really good ones and the old ones.
And Sylvester Stallone pops up in Creed, doesn't he?
He does, and he's so good in Creed. He is so good in Creed. Sylvester Stallone is just a genuine weirdo genius who's awful in many things.
In many aspects of his contemporary life, right?
But and he's awful as an actor in things often.
Yeah.
But like
sometimes he's great.
unlike like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's pretty much bad in everything, only it's various degrees of charming.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone is genuinely great in Rocky, and he's genuinely great in Creed. I would say those are his like two most incredible performances.
Someone in the chat reminded me. of something, which is, first of all, Talia Shire is Jason Schwartzman's mom and whole human being in her own right. And she dropped by the set of Bored to Death one time, and I got to have lunch with Jason Schwartzman, Talia Shire, and Dick Cavett. It was amazing. But someone also remembered that I was in a boxing scene in Bored to Death. I'm going to see if I can find that while you make a pitch for Max Fun for a moment.
Oh, really?
I feel
quick,
like
though,
Bored to Death. Bored to Death is a boxing movie. Go ahead, Jen.
Yeah.
I was going to say, our pal Adam Felt in the Instagram chat says, by that logic, the logic being the logic of Max's friend, Pulp Fiction is more of a driving movie or a Bible movie even. Instead of a
Well, according to Pete Hegseth, it's a Bible movie.
I didn't want to say.
He quoted the imaginary Bible verse from Pulp Fiction like it was a real Bible verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Max Fun Drive.
let me just I'm going to put the lid on this, which is to say, Pulp Fiction is not a boxing movie, as Technomancy points out. Bruce Willis's character was supposed to throw the fight, jumped out of the window. No boxing was ever shown. It could have been a rigged backgammon match. You know what I mean? It didn't matter that it was boxing. You talk about Max Fun Drive while I look to see if I have any pictures of myself in my boxing uniform. And by the way, Jesse, we're going to do the we've already unlocked the 1,000 new and upgrading members to record the Dark Munchies episode.
That's right.
Which will be hitting your feeds in the future. I still am trying to digest that peanut butter and spicy tuna sandwich that I ate yesterday. I kind of take a break. And
John,
then
I'm calling it Munchies Dark Variant.
Yeah, how about Munchies Dark ? Because that's what's going to happen.
John, I just want you to know that I ate a tuna salad sandwich for lunch today.
Back
No
on the
peanut
horse.
butter. I'm back. I'm back,
on
baby.
the horse.
I also made it, and it needs to be eaten. So, not
Yeah.
for our
I might have it too.
disgusting
Maybe I'll
dark
do that.
variant preview,
Yeah.
but
I was concerned that eating that tuna and peanut butter sandwich was going to turn me off of tuna forever. I haven't gotten
Not
back
good
on the horse.
tuna.
Maybe I will. I will watch Rocky when we hit what's the next milestone?
the next
1,500?
1,500 for street justice.
Right. So if we hit 1,500 new and upgrading members and boosting members by the end of this week, the Max Fun Drive, then we will schedule a live on the streets courtroom somewhere in New York City, TBD, so that means to be determined, where we will dispense street justice the way Lucy Van Pelt distributed psychological aid in the fictional Minnesota suburb of Peanuts lore. But we won't even charge you 5 cents for it, because you will have already contributed to make it happen by supporting us at MaximumFun.org/join JJHO. And I will watch Rocky. And if you see me on the streets dispensing justice, I'll tell you how I felt about Rocky. All right.
I've already
And
taken
I'm
gonna
willing
this
to
month's-
punch a side of beef.
Yeah.
I've taken this month's membership honorarium and converted it all at the bank into nickels and put them in a can just so I can shake it and go, nickels, nickels, nickels. Oh, I love that beautiful sound.
Aha. All right. You talk a little about Maximum Fun while I look for this video.
Okay, first of all, I want to say, Jen, I host the show Bullseye
Yes.
with Jesse Thorne. We just released an episode with Kenan Thompson, the great Kenan Thompson. Later this week, a conversation with Tig Notaro.
So good.
And then next week, or possibly the week after, we will release a conversation I just recorded with the great Zach Galifianakis. And I just want to say, Zach and I had a little conversation about Bored to Death. And we both agreed that it was a very special show. He was embarrassed to agree to that because he was in it. But he said, I just feel like nobody watched it. And me and Kevin Ferguson just told him, nope, that's our favorite show.
Yeah, you
Bored
were the
to
two
Death.
who watched it.
Bored to Death is S tier for me with like Larry Sanders Show in
Yeah.
the great television comedies of all time. So shout out to Bored to Death. Shout out to John Hodgman on Bored to Death. Ted Danson's greatest performance on Bored to Death. But my point here is, if you want to hear a conversation with Zach Galifianakis about gardening and Bored to Death, there's only one place to turn. That's Maximum Fun and Bullseye with Jesse Thorne. Just as if you want to hear conversations with people around the world who are looking for resolutions to their problems that will return them home to their loving relationships with the most special people in their lives. Judge John Hodgman and Maximum Fun are the only places to do it. And if you're not a member of Maximum Fun yet, go to MaximumFun.org/join JJHO. It takes less than 2 minutes to do, literally less than 2 minutes. We've got the wheels greased for you. If you're already a member, you can go to MaximumFun.org/join and upgrade, bump, get a gift membership for somebody. And you know what? If you can't afford to become a member, but you want to hear that bonus content, go to MaximumFun.org/waitlist, put your name in. Maybe someone will be able to get you a gift membership. The point is this: Maximum Fun is a worker-owned cooperative that supports creator-owned shows. It is special in the media ecosystem. We deserve your support. So go to MaximumFun.org/join if you like our shows.
Yep, we're at 1,100 right now, 1,126 really. Our goal is 1,500 by the end of the week. So let's keep it going. MaximumFun.org/join.
I have.
Can I actually? Okay, go ahead.
I just have some sad news to report.
What's that?
There are no images of me boxing or anyone boxing on Board to
What?
Death available on YouTube. At least in my cursory search. If you find something, let me know in the chat. But here's the thing. Bored to Death, 3 wonderful seasons. Very, very special show. And guess what happened? No one watched it. We went to Bored to Death. We were like, hey, everybody, if you like this show, you should watch it. Let HBO know. You know what I mean? And then maybe we can stick around. Maybe we could make Lewis Green, my character, finally a recurring, not recurring, but a series regular. Which Jonathan Ames threatened to do if we got that 4th season. We never did. And now it's erased from history. Is that what you want to have happen to Judge John Hodgman? Is that what you want to have happen to E Pluribus Motto? Is that what you want to have happen to Bullseye, to Jordan Jesse Go? I'm being facetious, but I'm not. I mean, if you've got streaming services right now, you know, first of all, you know 2 things. Trying to get it to do the thing. It's not doing it. Oh, there we go. You know 2 things. First of all, balloons pop up if you do this. You know 3 things, actually. 1, balloons pop up if you make a peace sign. 2, you know that your thank you very much. Someone popped that in. Jennifer Marmer popped it in. But that's, if I show this, it's going to undermine my whole argument here.
I'm just getting it ready.
Right. You know that things you love will disappear all the time. And they'll disappear from streaming services if they, or get canceled in some other way, if people don't watch them and support them in the way that they ask you to watch and support them, right? If you don't do it, they go away. You also know that a lot of the things you love get yoinked for any number of dumb corporate reasons that we know nothing about. Because it's a tax write-off, or they didn't get the rights to that song or whatever. And the people who made those shows, and the people who created them, they don't ever get to make them again because they made a deal with a corporate gatekeeper to produce and distribute the show, and they own that IP. That's different than Maximum Fun. Maximum Fun, all of the creators own the IP of their show. So if for whatever reason it's not working out, they could go and do something else with it, or relaunch it, or take a break and come back, or whatever it is that they want to do. And second of all, more than ever before, even with Bored to Death, I could have told you with Bored to Death at the time, like, hey, if you want this show to keep going, bring me a pizza every Friday. That's not going to help the show keep going. There's only a couple of reasons why the show would keep going. A lot of people watched it and got nominated for a lot of awards. There was actually no way for you to directly support the show other than to talk about it and get people to watch it. But with Maximum Fun, there is a way. When you go to MaximumFun.org/join JJHO and become a member supporting Judge John Hodgman or any of the podcasts that you love or all of them, that is direct support for us. That is literally what keeps us going. And literally, without being sarcastic, if it weren't for that support, we'd be memory hold like Bored to Death. Memory hold. Term of art from early Twitter, but one that is still true today. We are not, luckily, working for a big streamer that might yoink us for any reason. That's because we work for you. That's because you go to MaximumFun.org/join join. Look at these wonderful dudes that I got to hang out with.
I know.
You know what? They're gone. Gone forever. Goodbye, wonderful dudes. Look at this. Ted Danson hitting a speed bag. Is that a speed bag or a heavy bag? I mean, I was there. I was there during the filming of that shot. We did training for boxing. Look at that. Gone forever. Never again. Never again will Ted Danson raise a hand to Zach Galifianakis. Not on camera anyway. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these two baby faces. Look at this. This is not a boxing scene. This is me on and Jason Schwartzman on the quad of Brooklyn College shooting a scene where I'm being an asshole to him as usual. Look at that baby face. Gone forever. You can dial it up, I suppose. Maybe have some fun with it, but when you watch it, know that it could be gone at any time. Coyote versus Acme, just like that. That's not true about Maximum Fun. There, end of rant.
I want to answer a question that I got on internet. And it is this. Why are Maximum Fun shows part of Maximum Fun and not just on Patreon or something? Because I think sometimes people imagine that Patreon is a better deal for shows than Max Fun is. And it is like a mistake that shows are making to be part of Max Fun. Or that if they become a member, what they're supporting is some Maximum Fun thing and not the shows they like. Mm-hmm. And I want to put that to bed. So, I used to be the owner of Maximum Fun.
That's right.
I am no longer the owner of Maximum Fun.
You are the founder and the owner.
I am no longer the owner of Maximum Fun, except to the extent that I'm a member of the co-op that owns Maximum Fun, just as Jennifer is,
right.
or Gabe Mara is, Jesus Ambrosio is. I'm just looking at who's sitting outside the window of my office right now. So I am still the owner of my shows. John and I own Judge John Hodgman. Jordan and I own Jordan Jesse Go, and I own Bullseye. And in all of those instances, I work with Maximum Fun not only as a partner, but also to hire the production staff of those shows. So folks like Jennifer. Jennifer works for Maximum Fun, and we pay Maximum Fun for Jennifer's services. What does Maximum Fun do? What do I get from Maximum Fun that I don't get from Patreon? It's true that Maximum Fun gets a bigger cut of the money than Patreon would. That is the case. But that is because Maximum Fun is not doing the same job that Patreon does. Patreon is a financial technology company. Patreon is a bunch of people whose credit cards are already typed in there and who have already created a password. And payment processing of those credit cards. That is what the service that Patreon supplies to a podcast. They supply credit card processing. And they are good at supplying credit card processing. God bless them for it. I subscribe to some Patreons for some things, and I'm glad to. But that is where it ends, right? Maximum Fun essentially is the full business support for the podcasts that are members of Maximum Fun. So while John and I ultimately decide what we spend money on at Judge John Hodgman, we don't have to pay for customer support. So, every Max Fun Drive and all year long, there's people emailing the email addresses, hey, how do I do this? Hey, I think this, whatever, right? Somebody has to reply to those emails. Max Fun, those are Max Fun employees who reply to those emails.
Is it not AI?
No. It's human beings.
Oh, it's not a chatbot? It's not an agent? Not an intelligent agent?
No, it's an intelligent human.
Oh, how curious. How curious.
Maximum Fun supplies transcripts of our shows that are made by human beings so that our shows are accessible to people who can't hear or have auditory processing issues, or simply to people who want to be nerds about reading. Maximum Fun runs the Max Fun Drive, including paying for the many beautiful thank you gifts that we mail out to new and upgrading members, which is a huge cost every year. I mean, I'm talking about like a 6-figure cost every year. Maximum Fun runs our relationships with advertisers, not just in terms of selling the ads, but in terms of managing those relationships and managing the traffic on our shows, which is what they call it in broadcasting, what spots run where, and so on and so forth. Maximum Fun provides the hosting for our shows, including the hosting that allows us to do things like announce that we're going to be playing nearby you, but only if you're downloading the show in a place that's nearby where we're playing. Maximum Fun has an HR person. So if we need to ask an HR question about whether it's Jennifer needs to ask about her, something about her health benefits, or...
That's a HIPAA violation. Don't talk to that. I'm going to report you to HR.
Or we need to talk to them about, what somebody that's working on one of our shows can be told to do or not do. You know what I mean?
I have a few employees that I manage, I guess, and I have had to speak with HR just not had to in a negative way, just hey, we're bringing on somebody. Can you help me with onboarding? And there's somebody that can do that instead of us just figuring it out.
Maximum Fun trains our production staff. That is a big deal. Speaking as somebody who used to be in charge of that, and we've had a few producers on Jordan Jesse Go in the last few years. The difference between me having to spend 20 hours a week for 3 months getting somebody up to speed on how we do things and all the different stuff and whatever, and somebody who is their production supervisor at Max Fun doing that is huge.
Huge.
And, Maximum Fun beyond that is a community, and it's a community on the production and talent side as much as it's a community on the listenership side. We know when we join Max Fun that we are building a relationship with other creators we like, with people, support staff that we like, and that we're joining a community of listeners who are sympathetic to the kind of thing that we do. So those are the reasons that Max Fun gets 15% more of the pie than like a Patreon would to process your credit card. It is a deal that I am thrilled with. When you support Max Fun, the money goes to us. The money that goes to Max Fun is also going to us because they are doing things that we as a show have to do. We would have to be hiring our own people to do that in order to generate the amount of content that we do and also run the business operations if Max Fun wasn't getting paid to do that.
And probably because Max Fun is doing it for all these different shows and the effort is distributed and collectivized, as it were, we would be having to pay more than the share that we currently pay to Max Fun. And it might then be, cost prohibitive to do what it is what we do. So
look, if we had 8 huge shows, probably we could hire a CEO and start our own equivalent of Max Fun, right? It wouldn't be worker-owned. It wouldn't have the same good vibes. We would have to say goodbye to our friends.
I would personally insist upon terrible vibes.
But as one medium-sized show with a pretty complicated production, John and I use our time to work with Jennifer on the creative work that we do, right? And we know that we are backstopped by a business that is not only going to do a great job of supporting us through all our fundraising, all the money making that we need to do to have a show, but also where if they make money, it's not going to Mark Andreessen, Silicon Valley venture capitalist or equivalent. it's going to the
Right.
workers because the workers own the company.
I do tithe 35% of my yearly income to Peter Thiel, though. That's a personal thing.
Well, I mean, that's because you want to live on his island.
Yeah,
Once shit goes
Forever
down, you
in
want to
the
live
town.
on his libertarian nightmare island.
that's right. That's right. Can't wait. That's the reality show I want to be a part of. Jesse, MaximumFun.org/join JJHO is how you become a member supporting Judge John Hodgman specifically. Click through there. You can learn all about everything. You've made a case that is based in fact and heartwarming and true and beautiful. But I'm going to use a different motivational tactic, if you don't mind. I have discovered in my records a photo of an incredible hunk. Jennifer Marmer, you can look in the stage. Don't add this photo yet. You can look backstage and you can see this photo of a hunk from the filming, behind the scenes, from the filming of a certain episode of Bored to Death. I found this in the archives. And I'm going to share it with everybody, but only if we get 3 new members before the end of this hour.
Ooh.
3 new upgrading or boosting members. MaximumFun.org/join JJHO. If you've never joined before, MaximumFun.org/join is another way to go if you want to upgrade or boost your membership. You can boost your membership by a couple of bucks, and that counts towards our goal. Mm-hmm. And how are you going to prove it to me? I'm going to take it on faith. Because Max Fun members and potential members, they're not liars. I know that for sure. Listen to Memphis Sotan. Last time I had a monthly Max Fun call, that's a video call with 3 other campmates from Max Fun Con 2022 who made eternal bonds during that weekend. Because Max Funsters are literally the best. That's right. They're not liars. If you become a member or booster upgrade in the next 5 minutes, 3 of you, I will share this photo of this incredible hunk that I found. Jennifer Marmick, you can tell, you can see this, right? You see this hunk?
Kind of. I mean,
All right.
It's very tiny.
You know what? I don't,
I'll be surprised.
if I were to put it on the screen right now, both of you would fall over and faint.
Oh,
We
boy.
just see your
Not
feet in
ready.
the air like an old Barney Google comic strip. Just say,
And if you're becoming a member at MaximumFun.org/join JJHO or you're boosting, take credit for it like Tom did.
thank you,
Tom just took credit. He
Thank
just
you, Tom.
boosted.
Boom.
Oh, you know who else just upgraded was Dalton. Somebody named
Oh,
Dalton.
thank you, Dalton. So that's 2.
Dalton, that's 2. We just need 1 more before the hour. And
gonna
honestly, this is the lesson. If you don't support us, you're not gonna get what you want, which was this picture of this hunk.
No dough, no
This
hunks.
hunk.
Yeah.
You know
Gotta
what?
get
We
this
shouldn't
hunk.
leave and join Patreon. We should leave and join OnlyFans.
Oh, we'd be so rich.
Hang on. Reapplied had lapsed due to an old card. It counts. Just under the wire. Thank you. And thank you again, Dalton.
Woo, woo.
From your season 2 episode Take a Dive, Bored to Death, me backstage, bonk. Look at that. 2009.
Oh, from Gentleman's Quarterly.
Yeah, I was representing.
Dead.
That's 38-year-old John Hodgman on the day.
Wow,
This-
wow.
This was taken behind the scenes in my trailer, Bored to Death, on my birthday, 2009. The only evidence that I ever boxed on television and Bored to Death, aside from the episode itself, which, as you know, could be yoinked away at any time because HBO is not Maximum Fun.
You know what just occurred to me? I got so excited to see this picture that I went, yes, 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 yes. And
Oh, this is a
now,
boxing movie now.
yep,
That's right.
this is
Sorry,
a
did I
boxing
steal
movie
your
now.
punchline?
Yeah, now
I'm
it's
so
a
sorry.
boxing movie.
I
stole the I also want to shout out Alex Greg Dean on Instagram, supported a gift membership. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex. I have a question. Is Janet Varney coming in soon?
Yes, guess who's in the waiting room? Here's a little sneak preview of the next hour when Judge John Hodgman stops live streaming and we do the one, the only hour of E Pluribus Motto. Hi, Janet Varney and Julian Burrell are my co-host and co-creator of E Pluribus Motto and our editor and producer as well. Hello, you two.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
Guys, I think Janet's. Oh, shoot. Hi.
Well, it's top of the hour, so no longer do we say MaximumFun.org/join JJHO. We say MaximumFun.org/join Motto. Jennifer,
Yay.
Jesse, we're going to do a little chit-chat on the E Pluribus Motto tip for a little while. But you and I, we will all reconvene tomorrow, Wednesday, at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. If you've got any letters you'd like us to read on the made-up air here, make sure to get them in to Judge John Hodgman, MaximumFun.org/JJHO, or just email me, Hodgman at MaximumFun.org. Hodgman at Maximum. There's so many dots. So many dots and slashes.
Dots and slashes
You know what I
all
mean?
over the place.
But yes, we'll be doing and the Maximum Drive continues, and we'll see you tomorrow, you guys. Thanks, Jennifer and Jesse.
Thanks, J Train.
Hi, guys.
The J Train.
Another group of J's coming through.
Janet Varney, you see this picture of me in boxing trunks?
Oh, I saw it. Oh, I was in the waiting room and I was loving it.
Look, I'm going to give you all. This photo was taken by me, so I have the permission to let you. You can all screenshot it. You may all screenshot it, but I don't want you to screenshot it unless you get the MaximumFun.org/join motto underneath and include that in the screenshot. And then you can
Fair.
post that.
And click.
And
wait for
New
it.
phone
Wait for it.
wallpaper.
wait for it.
And
You're
click.
they're done. It's all done now.
Aww.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Well, hi, Team Mottos.
Well, hello.
Hey.
You know, people don't know, and maybe quite a few of you don't, because we're a new podcast on the Maximum Fun Network. As these things go. Judge John Hodgman's been on the fake internet air for 35 glorious years. But E Pluribus Motto is but a toddler of a podcast.
Is it truly? Jeez.
It's
Yeah.
Max Fun babies over here.
Oh, I guess
And
that
it was-
explains why I accidentally acted like I was waking up as a baby does from a nap for no reason. Thank you for justifying that in post.
Yeah, and we are a new podcast, and we are born of the Max Fun Drive.
We are. We are. I hear.
Talk about it while I mute myself and clear my throat.
Oh, mute yourself because I want to see where this hiss is coming from. I feel like I'm hearing a hiss. Just a general. Oh, well, maybe
Might
that's
be mine.
That's
I'm
it.
gonna turn it down.
Let's see.
I'm gonna take
You
it
know
away
when you
from
just
there.
get a little bit of a crackle. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Maybe that. Now I can't hear you. I can hear you. I can't hear Hodgman, but I also don't hear the hiss anymore.
Oh, I
The hiss
muted
went away.
myself. Here's what happened. I muted myself so I could hawk up a big a loogie of phlegm because I'm
Yeah.
disgusting.
Well, somehow it made.
Then I muted
everything
Julian,
quiet.
and I forgot to unmute myself. Because listen, you hear that hiss? Watch this. We were talking about magic before. Abracadabra. It's gone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Here it comes back. Yeah.
But a
But it
step
still
away
feels-
from all this.
It feels a little better than it did somehow before, or I've gotten used to it in a very brief amount of time.
Julian's over there. Are you broadcasting from the middle of the street?
Yeah, I'm broadcasting right next to a construction zone. Actually, how did you know? No, I'm
I think
just.
that your mic does sound hot. I'm gonna say, and no one wants to watch us futz and fuss with technology.
No,
Hey.
people
You just
love this
seem kind of-
behind the scenes type stuff.
That's true. Do they?
They
No,
love
they-
it.
But also, I have so much stuff that I pulled from various listeners.
All right, well, let's get into-
emails
let's
that
get
we
into
got
it.
in
Let's get into
between
it.
our last podcast release that we did release last week during Maximum Fun Drive. This is week 2, of course, and we released an episode showcasing various movies from our
Movies of the
season 2 states. And we got a lot of wonderful feedback, a lot of extra suggestions, a lot of people reminding me that indeed Wayne's World is 100% not set in Wisconsin. It is set in Illinois and they go to Wisconsin. And
true.
I will never live that down. I'll never live it down. I hate the internet.
You take
for
these
lying
things
to
very
me.
personally, Janet. It's fine. You made a
I
mistake.
know.
We're all human.
Yeah, I'm not taking it personally. I'll just never live it down. Is that
For folks
that the same
who
thing?
don't know, Julian, I'm just going to unmute yourself when you want to talk, but I'm going to mute you for a second because it is
Please.
it's just a little in my ears there. For folks who don't know, E Pluribus Motto is a every other week podcast in which Janet and I talk about the mottos, the official state mottos of every state, as well as the official Commonwealth mottos of every Commonwealth, plus official state mascots, official state mammals, monsters, munchies, and more. And it's basically a trip, like a fun road trip around
Yeah.
these for now United States, talking about weird stuff from every state. And we talk about corn muffins and state birds. There's such a controversy around state birds. Too many of them are cardinals. You know what I mean? Too many of them
Yeah.
are cardinals. State beverages, most of them are milk.
Milk.
Too many
These are some-
cardinals, too much milk. I think that could be the secondary motto of E Pluribus motto.
That's right. Secondary. Yeah, well, secondary. We have many mottos on E Pluribus motto, but our number one motto is MaximumFun.org/join motto, because without your support, we couldn't be doing it.
It's so
And
true.
Janet, you've collected a bunch of letters of
Yes.
hello from our wonderful listeners. So shall we dig into them a little bit?
Yeah, I think we should start with the very first one that I recall receiving has to do with our recent coverage of the state of Pennsylvania. And it was addressed to us by Brian and his daughter Lorelei, or Lorelei. People say it
Sure.
differently.
I'm sure they do.
It was addressed in a sort of Judge John Hodgman E Pluribus motto mashup scenario, which feels like a good way to bridge both of those wonderful podcasts on Maximum Fun, and perhaps invite in some people who know Judge John Hodgman, but they don't yet know E Pluribus motto. Maybe we could address this grievance from Brian. Shall I read it to you?
I've changed my mind. No.
Okay. All right.
And
Issued an early judgment.
Thus ends
Did
the
not
live
listen.
stream. Yeah, please read it.
All right, here we go.
Before you do, I just want to point
Yes.
out, people
Yeah.
are popping off in the comments with their motto stuff. Like, if you seek
Ooh.
a pleasant peninsula, that's Michigan, I believe. Isn't that
I think that's right. And we are covering Michigan this season, but have not yet covered it. So
That's
that's,
right,
a
we
preview.
haven't yet
That's a
covered
fun
it.
teaser.
And then can we get every state to switch their bird to the American woodcock? I don't know if you guys know this, but it's woodcock season here in New York City.
Oh,
The
woodcock
woodcocks are in Bryant
season.
Park. Everyone's going to watch the woodcocks.
And they say if you
What do
seek
they
a
do?
pleasant peninsula, but in Latin, it's a fancy schmancy one
It's
over
a
in
fancy
Michigan.
schmancy Michigan motto. So thank you all. Oh, here's wonderful Ken Plume, producer of the We Got This with Mark and Al.
Thank you, Ken.
Swinging by to
We
encourage
got this.
support for all these fine folks and delightful shows. All right, let's listen. Let's hear this letter from a listener and their Lorelei or Lay.
Okay. All right. This says, to the court. My daughter and I share a daily drive to her dance class, and after months of musical soundtracks, I convinced her to listen to E Pluribus motto. Living in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, she wanted to skip directly to episode 18, but I persuaded her to listen from the beginning. Over the coming weeks, our conversation revolved around Sandy Loam and ditties about Rhode Island, but when the fateful day arrived, she was distraught when the first mention of her home was minute 8 of the episode and the motto only receiving an average of 2.5 squonks because of the confluence of virtue, liberty, and independence. Hailing from the Pittsburgh area, there was also no mention of local legends Rachel Carson, Andy Warhol, Roberto Clemente, and Mr. Rogers. For damages, my daughter, a new Max Fun member, Lorelei. I'm going to say it's Lorelei. Do we think it's Lorelei?
Lorelei, that was in the Gilmore Girls. Let's go with that.
Asks the talented Janet Varney and the Honorable Judge John Hodgman. I don't need honor. I just want talent.
I don't know
Likewise,
who this
Judge John Hodgman
John
only wants
Hodgman is.
honor.
This is a different podcast. I'm just, please. Judge John Hodgman's my other podcast name. Call me Mr. John Hodgman.
Mr. John Hodgman, they ask for a brief 8 minutes on a future episode to explore the wonders of Pittsburgh and a motion to reconsider the 2.5 score for the motto. For liberty without virtue can become exploitation. Independence without virtue can become tribalism and contempt for the common good. Virtue without liberty or independence can become authoritarianism. We thank you for your consideration. Powerful words.
Powerful in the motto of Maryland. Strong
Womanly-
words, gentle deeds.
Womanly deeds.
Womanly deeds. That's right.
Let's
Masculine words,
I want to
womanly
revisit
deeds.
the state motto of Pennsylvania, just for anyone who doesn't know, because you may not have listened to our Pennsylvania
You
episode
may
yet.
never have listened to any episode whatsoever.
That's
I mean,
also
please,
very plausible.
Please
if
take
not,
a listen.
Yeah.
Well, the wonderful
main-
thing about
yeah.
this show is that it is very bingeable. 3 seasons, one of which is in progress. You could finish it in a week if you wanted to. And decide to be a
Absolutely.
Max Fun member, maybe by the end of this week, in fact.
Thank you, producer and
Absolutely.
editor Julian Burrell. All right. Yeah, so we covered Pennsylvania, and its motto is what? The Keystone State. And it is, by the way, though it is the Keystone State, it is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
That's
What
right.
is its-
That's
what is
right.
its motto?
It's virtue, liberty, and independence. Hence,
that's-
the argument that one without the other, that it's a balancing act, that it's a tricycle, that it's a three-legged table, that you need each one to balance the other. And I will
Wonderful
repeat:
metaphor.
for liberty without virtue can become exploitation. Independence without virtue can become tribalism and contempt for the common good. Virtue without liberty or independence can become authoritarianism. I find that very compelling. That's a compelling argument, Judge.
Sounds like you
I mean,
and
friend.
Phantom
I mean,
Menace.
mister.
So Lorelai's dad is demanding 8 minutes of a future podcast that we're recording to apologize because we didn't butter up Pennsylvania more.
I think he's less asking for an apology and more looking for a celebration on this Pittsburgh area.
Sounded like he demanded 8 minutes of airtime.
He did demand 8 minutes.
And he was
of
not
airtime.
demanding that like a response that he would record. He was demanding that we come up with 8 minutes more content.
I mean, I do think that's in there, but also the reconsideration of the motto. And I'm not. It doesn't say that they are mutually inclusive. So if you felt like you were up to maybe re-rating the motto, but you didn't want to give up that 8 minutes, I think
How
that
many
seems like it's on the table.
How many squonks did we give the motto again?
I guess we only gave it 2.5 squonks, which actually
2.5
does kind of
squonks out of 10
surprise me.
squonks?
Out of 10 squonks. And the squonk, of course, is the official / unofficial state hybrid of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The squonk is also our beloved keychain that we're offering up to people at $10 a month this year. Not only do you get all of the BOCO, which is bonus content, all of the episodes of our podcast and every other Maximum Fun podcast, including our bonus content, but you also can choose from keychains from the many shows on the network. But we do have the one and only and cutest squonk.
We do.
And John, I don't know if you've heard about this. The squonk, its fame has only grown since the Max Fun Drive started, MaximumFun.org/join motto.
Well,
because now the
before you give this squonk news, which I'm very excited about,
I'm so excited.
just explain what a squonk is.
The squonk, gosh, it is just a wonderful cryptid that has earned the sympathy of I think the world over. I think it's fair to say well beyond.
There aren't that many crying cryptids, like
No.
openly weeping cryptids. I don't think we come across that many that
go
are
back
just
to
sad.
first principles, which is that very few states have an official state monster or cryptid, as it were. There is that we learned in covering California in this very season, one of our fine episodes of the season, that California, there is a bill working through the state legislature to name the Bigfoot as the official state cryptid of California. Very controversial in the Pacific Northwest, which
Very
also
bold.
claims Bigfoot. Yeah, exactly. That House Assembly bill in California is numbered appropriately 666. It's true. Look it up. So we take it upon ourselves at the Pluribus motto to choose the semi-official, official to us, state or Commonwealth cryptid of every state that we cover. And in Pennsylvania, there are many different cryptids and folkloric animals, but the one that we all love the most is the squonk, which, according to its original description in the Book of Fearsome Critters of the Lumberwoods from 1910, it is It is has a, excuse me. It is a small pig-looking thing with very loose, hairless skin,
Big-looking thing.
and it weeps constantly. And I think I have a low resolution picture of our keychain. But in this case, we rated the motto on a scale of, because it was Pennsylvania, 1 to 10 squonks, we gave it 2.5. And you're suggesting that we bow to the pressure of this one listener who has weaponized his affection for his wonderful daughter, Lorelei or Lorelei, to get us to give this thing some more squonks. Is that what you're trying to tell me now?
I mean, I guess that's what I'm saying, but that's what this court is opened. I mean, look, the argument was very strong. I felt the argument was very strong once you think about what liberty means without the other two, what independence means without the other two, and without what virtue means without the other two. I think that's a very compelling argument. So I'm open.
You're willing?
I'm open.
You're willing to set this precedent where we're assigning squonks willy-nilly because someone wrote us a letter. Do you know what? Do we have a sense if this person is a member of Maximum Fun?
This is not only a Maximum Fun member, but also Lorelei. So Brian and Lorelei are separately Max Fun members.
All right, 10 out of 10 squonks then. You win.
Also,
Wow.
if it please the court, I would like to say, as long as we're doing official proceedings, if
Yeah,
you would
we are,
please
and we
use
are.
the lengthened name from willy-nilly to William Nilliam, I would
William
appreciate it. We're not just assigning them William Nilliam.
Yeah. Boy, I hope that Lorelei and her dad were here to see this happen. How we got...
I gave him a heads up, but it was pretty short. It was heads up because I wanted to make sure we were really doing this.
Good. Well, we are really doing it. We're going to be streaming live here. Oh, I had a picture of a squonk that I was going to share. Oh, here it is. This is our not merely a squonk. This is a mock-up of the enamel keychain that you will receive if you become a member of Maximum Fun, supporting E Pluribus motto at the $10 a month level or above by going to the URL that is making its way across the screen right now.
Yay!
This is what it looks like.
Grab it before it runs away.
Or squonk, look at that loose skin.
Yeah, look, won't you please give this squonk a home?
It's so sad.
Doesn't he or she just want a friend? I mean, my goodness.
Oh,
I know. If you
what a
don't,
sad little character.
if you don't become a member of Maximum Fun at maximumfun.org/join motto, I'm going to take your keychain and I'm going to throw it down a well.
Don't do it.
That's what I'm gonna
Don't do it.
With the other squonks that are living down
the
there.
other squonks.
I guarantee you there's at least 1 to 2 squonks in every well. Guarantee.
Yes.
The Bigfoot Museum in Willow Creek would disagree.
I'm telling you, Paula. Wait, who is that? Paul. It's Paul.
It's Paul.
I thought it was Paula with 2 L's. That doesn't make any sense. Except for
Listen.
those who spell their name who are Paula with 2 L's.
Hey, here's some breaking cryptid news for you.
Hit me.
The International Museum of Cryptozoology in the state of Maine has moved from Portland to Bangor. Just so you know, when you're planning your summer, Lauren
Why?
Coleman has taken his giant wooden Bigfoot, and moved it up to Bangor. I think it's cheaper rent.
That's what it comes down to for everybody.
Well, the International Museum of Cryptozoology is a member-supported institution, and if members don't come through, sometimes they have to cut corners or even close forever.
Well,
It almost sounds like you're referring to something else when you say that.
Oh, am
Other
I?
listener, member supported.
No, but just member-supported organizations need the support of a membership, or else they have to close forever, and then the squonks suffer at the bottom of a well. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
But Julian,
I
you were going to say,
don't
so
want that.
we've explained
Yes.
what the squonk is.
yes.
What's the squonk news?
This
And do
is
you feel like we had
incredible.
anything to do with it because we are elevating the squonk to new heights?
Well, Janet, I can say with absolute authority, yes. I mean, the personal authority, yes, absolutely. I mean, the timing,
authority.
coincidences, no, I don't think so. I don't believe in
believe
them.
in 'em.
They're for
There are no
cowards.
coincidences. That's
So, I am a very big fan of minor league and independent baseball. This is not Major League Baseball. I'm wearing Major League Baseball hat. We all know it. We all love it. But this is minor league baseball where they're allowed to do the silliest, funniest, craziest things, including each of their teams having alternate identities that are based on something from the region.
So you're saying, for example, the Portland Sea Dogs of Portland, Maine, every now and then will rebrand themselves as like the Portland Whoopie Pies.
Yes.
or the Portland Moxies, or the Portland Pennywise the Clowns, other Maine stuff that they might.
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
I wonder
and
where
you
this
know
is going.
what? Lee Valley, Pennsylvania minor league baseball team has decided to unveil their Squonk alternate identity. I kind of see it there.
Well,
There he is.
first
So
of all,
those-
I don't want anyone to screenshot your phone screen and let me see if I can find the image.
There you go. You can go to the MILB
Lehigh
Instagram
Valley.
page.
I think it's the Iron Pigs is the
Yes,
normal.
LHV Iron Pigs on Instagram, and you can see
Right.
their great new Squonk
Okay.
alternate ego.
All right,
It does feel like the right alternate ego to. I mean, it's really just one click over from being an iron pig to be a Squonk. Slightly
exact
looser skin,
opposite.
slightly looser, less iron skin.
From the Iron Pigs to the Sad Pigs.
Maybe the Squonk is suffering from an iron deficiency, and that's why its skin is so loose.
That could be. Is that a problem with iron deficiency?
It could learn something from an iron pig.
All right.
I'm not a doctor or a veterinarian
Let me share this.
Or a
important-
pig doctor of any
this
sort.
important. This important.
or a pig
E
connoisseur.
pluribus motto breaking cryptid news. I'm going to share this. There we go. All right, here we go. What do we got here? What do we have? I'll add this. Okay, now I click this, and then we go. Okay, what's a Squonk? The Iron Pig's latest alternate identity. The Lehigh Valley minor league baseball team will pay homage to Pennsylvania. Is it homage or homage or Lorelei? Doesn't matter.
Great
Homage.
question.
Don't you dare
Pennsylvania's
say
Weepy
homage.
Cryptid on June 6th. Thank you, Michael Tannenbaum of the Fleet Voice staff. Here it comes. You ready? Bum, 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 squonk. Bum, 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 bum,
Whoa,
squonk.
whoa,
Bum, 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 squonk, squonk. There it is. That's what the squonk. And this is a squonk pointing out, popping out of the shape
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
yeah.
And there's the logo, the Lehigh Valley Squonk. It's not, point out, I just want to say, it's not squonks.
There's only one.
Plural of squonk is squonk.
I guess so.
Just like sushi.
Look, this is delightful. And look, you can buy some hats.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, when we go toe-to-toe in the merch department, which
oh,
is
ours
the
is
winner?
so much cuter.
Right?
100%.
Oh, ours is
Absolutely.
so
The
cute.
keychain is.
If
Come
you
on.
initially looked at our keychain and said, "Well, that thing's kind of ugly," I beg you to change your mind based
Yeah,
on the
now look at this. Ugh.
the Iron Pig Squonk.
Bum, 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 bum.
Now you realize just how
Gonna
adorable ours is.
squonk. People are going nuts for the squonks. And
Yeah, get that Squonk, everybody. $10 a month to help us do this show that is sort of saving many of our sanity, along with Judge John Hodgman, as we prance through this crazy year and years to come. It's been such a wonderful way to celebrate the special and quirky and strange and great things about all of these different states that people live in. It's been such a great virtual tour. But do you feel like before we move on from Brian and Lorelei's complaint, we
why?
did
They
give it
haven't-
a 10 out of 10.
They haven't gotten everything they want yet.
I just want to say, I do feel like we spent a fair amount of time talking about Pittsburgh. I remember waxing rhapsodic about Pittsburgh and talking about the goats, the Allegheny goats. Am I making that up? I mean, I know I talked about the goats. I was just trying to think about, because I've since signed up for their newsletter and I really enjoy getting their updates. And being a bridge town, and I mean, I just love it. I had a great time, and I thought I
It's
waxed
one of the most
rhapsodic. So
startling skylines and cityscapes in the United States, because I'll give Lorelei and her dad this. You could talk for years about Pittsburgh and still not make up for its lack of coverage and understanding outside of Pittsburgh for what it is.
yeah,
Because it is just even just geologically and sort of geographically speaking alone, an astonishing city to look at and travel through, architecturally and everything else. And also not that far from Falling Water, the famous Frank Lloyd Wright House.
well, it was
And
a
I know
country
that because
vacation
when I
house.
when I went to Pittsburgh, some fratty bros got out of the elevator at the hotel, and one of them said to the other, "You ready for Falling Water, bro?" And he goes, "I was born for this." True story.
And I was looking for those guys when I went to Falling Water a couple of years ago, and unfortunately, I only saw nerds like myself enjoying it and tearing up at the beautiful architecture. Say what you will about Frank Lloyd Wright, not the best guy in the world.
Hey,
Very
say what
cool.
you will about
Very
the
cool
United
spot.
States. It's stolen land built on blood.
We got
but
a lot of we got to take the bad with the good and the good with the bad.
That's exactly right. You know,
I
but
wanna
it's
hear-
got
and
some
what-
fun
oh.
mottos.
And
I
one
was
last
just gonna
shout out.
say, go ahead.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
please,
Go.
Janet,
This
by all
this is
means.
what 3 hosts on a podcast.
You're
Well,
right.
I'm interrupting your guys' rhythm. Really, is what's the problem here?
That is not what's happening at all.
Julian, go ahead. We're getting word from Julian at Max Fun HQ.
I promise this will be very short because I want to give a shout out to Caligard in the YouTube chat for saying $10 for a membership and an enamel keychain is honestly a steal. I can't help but agree. MaximumFun.org/join motto to steal yourself a membership and a keychain.
But it's not a stealing. It's not even a transaction. It's just like we love making the podcast. We want to keep doing it. We don't talk about what it costs to make the podcast. Julian is a salaried employee. Julian isn't
Of
doing
himself.
this for free. Yeah, of himself.
Yes.
You know, we had some
on,
other thing.
baby.
We were talking about. Yeah, that's right. He's an employee owner of Maximum Fun, and all of that is supported by your memberships. So thank you very much for joining us. Do we have another letter from a listener we want to talk about?
We have a lot of comments that have quickly zizzed in after our movies episode, in which we talked about, we assigned official state movies to, and this is off the dome and a little bit off of what people replied with, but as I recall, it was Oregon, Nevada, New Mexico, Pennsylvania,
Iowa.
Kentucky, Iowa,
Kentucky was a hard
DC.
one. Yeah.
Who am I forgetting? Quickly, who am I forgetting?
Doesn't matter. As far as they know, we don't forget anything.
That's
Never,
true.
never
but it
admit
was
a mistake.
but it was 10 states. You're right.
Yeah.
And Maryland and Wisconsin. There you go. We got there.
Wisconsin. And so this was special for the Max Fun Drive. It's available
That's right.
in the main feed now, right, Julian? It's not in the BOCO feed.
Yes, in the main feed
Main
for
feed.
everybody.
You can go and listen to that when Janet and I we award the Pluribus, the official
Pluribus.
because no states have official state movies. We decided what they would be. So
That's right.
for DC, I think we said I wanted it to be broadcast news, but I think all the President's Men.
We
for
went with
example,
All the
movie.
President's Men.
Right.
Well, let me just read
But
this.
some
Here's
of them were
something-
contentious.
yeah.
Some of them
were contentious, and
weren't
some
they?
and they were, and we knew that we were going to miss some. And obviously, the Wayne's World thing is a huge mistake on my part. Again, we'll never
Janet,
live it down,
Janet,
and we'll never
no.
forgive myself ever.
I'll never live it up. I'm not even going to forget it.
Never going to live it up.
Yeah.
Damon says, "Love the episode. Can't imagine I'm the only person to say the following two things. Number one, Wayne's World has a significant scene at the Alice Cooper concert in Milwaukee, but
wait a
Wayne's
minute.
basement is in Aurora.
Are you eating poop about this again? Didn't you already apologize for this?
Well, I wanted to put it in context what happens in Milwaukee because it is that huge Shlomo Shlomazel thing, and then they go to the
Oscar Pepper
concert.
Incorporated. All right.
Damon, rest assured you were not the only person. But you were the only person to say, number two, a little disappointed that the Maryland discussion didn't include any films with Baltimore's favorite cannibal socialite, Hannibal Lecter. Not mad, just parasocially joining in. I love this project. Hannibal Lecter, we did kind of talk about this sort of, because we talked about the Virginia side of things with like
Yes.
Langley, and we sort of talked about, where do these kind of places that these movies that sort of take place in an area but also go all over the place. But I'm a little bit of I appreciate the Hannibal Lecter, even though
Hannibal,
he's an absolute
all right.
monster.
So
Maybe
yes,
he should be
this
the
was-
state cryptid.
There were many, and we also did a show on the official state TV shows, and
that hasn't
we
even come
covered
out yet, I don't
Virginia.
think.
That hasn't even come out. That's coming out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yes, it will
Tomorrow.
be. Isn't that great?
So,
many
when you
extra
go to
episodes.
MaximumFun.org/join motto and become a supporting member of E Pluribus Mottos, you can also make sure to subscribe to the show and listen to it.
That would be good.
That's coming out tomorrow. And we talk about Virginia in that one and the official state or Commonwealth TV shows of Virginia. And a lot of them are FBI and CIA based shows that are set and I think that's where we got it, Silence of the Lambs. It's true.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter practiced psychiatry in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that I don't know if the mental hospital where he's imprisoned in Silence of the Lambs is set in Maryland necessarily. So I'm not sure about that.
But if you go backwards to like, what was Manhunter and stuff, no, he was in prison for that. Then you'd have to go all the way back to Hannibal.
If you go
And
to
then it's
Red,
not, yeah.
Everyone loves
Red
the
Dragon.
the Brett Ratner movie Red Dragon, where definitely
This is the problem.
definitely
This is the problem.
he
We've
is in
struck upon
Baltimore
the
in
problem.
Yeah.
We've struck on the problem. Moving on to Paula's note. Shout out.
Before we move into Paula's note here.
Yes.
Hey, Julian, could you get up the official list of states and commonwealths we covered for the movies and the TVs?
Yes.
They're the season 1 and season 2 lists of states.
It's true. It's true.
And if you could get those up, I would love people in the chat to
weigh in
nominate
too on what we did. Yeah.
Nominate their
Yes. Shall we just run them down?
Yeah, sure. Let's just say go run it down. So movies. If you're listening to us right now, if you're within the sound of my voice, I'm John Hodgman, co-host of Eat Pluribus Motto. Janet Varney is my co-host and co-creator as well. If you're in the chat, and unfortunately we won't be able to see it if you're on Instagram, but any other platforms, we're going to list a bunch of states and commonwealths, and I would like you to drop in and get feisty in the chat, making your case for why X or Y movie or TV show should be the official state movie or TV show for whatever state you care about. How about that? And the states are, in no particular order.
Yes. Maryland, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Kentucky, and let's go to another page now. New Mexico, Oregon, Iowa, Pennsylvania, not a state, Washington, D.C., and Nevada. Nevada.
Nevada.
Thank you.
I don't want to call this whole thing off. It's Nevada. Or wherever you live, whatever state you live in or care about the most. Drop
That's
it in
true
there.
because we may be getting to it.
Yeah. Colorado is sadly Red Dawn, says James. I've never seen a Red Dawn. I've never seen the original Red Dawn, nor have I ever seen
You don't have to make it Red Dawn if it makes you sad.
No, it's whatever it is. It's whatever you think. Whatever you think it is, that's what it is.
Although now that you say that,
Minnesota has many.
Denver.
I mean, Memphisotan. Tell me what you think is should be the official state or TV show of Minnesota and Tennessee. Just drop it in the comments.
Meanwhile, Paula gave some recommendations for additional movies set in Wisconsin. Paula says Song Sung Blue, based on the story of the real-life Milwaukee-based Neil Diamond tribute act, Lightning and Thunder. Unfortunately, it wasn't filmed there. Ooh, Paula, that's
okay.
tough. But it really captures the spirit of Wisconsin in the 80s. My brother and I both whooped when Jim Belushi put the Badger bus driver hat on. Also suggests the 1979 Academy Award nominated documentary, The War at Home, about the anti-war movement in Madison, Wisconsin during the Vietnam War. And finally, a little documentary called Trivia Town about the annual 54-hour-long trivia contest in Stevens Point that has been held annually since 1969. I went once, and it was a blast. Paula, those are some great deep cuts that a documentary is going to have a real leg up in some ways because it is very much depicting actual people, places, and things.
Yeah.
It's not even fictionalized. It's right there at home. Those are great suggestions. I haven't seen any of them. I'm going to watch them all.
We did have a documentary in the running, American Movie, was
We did.
Wisconsin documentary. Yeah.
We did indeed.
Okay, here we go.
Minnesota movie agrees should be Fargo. Nathan says after listening to, and major points for this, Nathan says after listening to the recent Pluribus, I had to shout out a few more movies filmed and set in the great state of Oregon. This is a very good list. Stand By Me, set in the fictional Castle Rock, Oregon. Bandits with Billy Bob Thornton, Kate Blanchett, and Bruce Willis. Kindergarten Cop and Short Circuit, both in Astoria, Oregon. Wild, Reese Witherspoon hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. The second half is filmed and set in the Oregon section of the trail. However, all that said, backing up on his own suggestions, Nathan says, I do think the pick of Goonies, which is what we selected for Oregon, is still the correct one. After all that, circle back around to Goonies.
I can't stand for this Castle Rock erasure. Yeah, they shot that
it's
movie in
cool that
Oregon
they
and they
said-
named the town Castle Rock, Oregon. But it was based on a Stephen King short story called The Body, set in Castle Rock, Maine, obviously.
I knew you were going to
The
have something
Maine
to say
Oregon
about this.
thing just keeps that Maine Oregon
I don't care
bleed
for
keeps
that.
happening.
After Portland, Oregon stole the biggest city's name in Maine. Everyone knows that, right?
And also, to
Portland,
be
Maine
fair,
came first.
to be fair, anything like Stephen King not being set in Maine, I think is more notable, and I think it is worth pointing out in Hodgman's
I thought it was a
defense.
win, and also I do
I'll
love
do-
that movie.
I'll defend the movie. The movie's terrific, and I will
Yeah.
defend its choice if they were shooting it in Oregon to call it Oregon rather than pretend that it's Maine, because that I cannot abide.
But they
is when
didn't.
they're
They
shooting
said they,
somewhere
they
else.
shot it in Brownsville,
what I'm
Oregon,
saying.
and
I'm
set it
giving
in
them-
fictional Castle Rock, Oregon.
I'm like, and it's called Castle Rock in homage of the fictional town in Maine. I get it, and I applaud them for that, but it is not an Oregon movie. Sorry,
Okay,
it's a
we
Stephen
moved on then.
King. It's Stephen King. This can't be an Oregon. Can't be. Cannot be.
Do you have any harsh thoughts about any of these other movies? I think this is a great list.
I'm sorry.
I
the
love
minute I heard
Bandits.
Castle Rock, Oregon, I lost.
You
my
got
mind.
you. Yeah, I know. You
listened
probably
to the
didn't even
rest of
hear what I said after that
it.
because you were so
kinda-
angry.
I kind of did. I had to double check.
Yeah,
I had to double check some stuff. It's true.
I think
This
these
is
are good.
a Wisconsin movie, Strozek, that came up in my research, which I've never seen. Werner
I've
Herzog's
also never
Strozek.
seen it.
You know, which that was good. And a lot of people out here are like saying New Jersey. It's got to be Clerks for New
Oh,
Jersey.
we haven't gotten there yet. Okay.
But if you were going to pick a TV show for New Jersey, would it not be The Sopranos,
Right.
or would it be something else?
Oh, I mean, that was my early and immediate
Jer-
go-to.
Jersey Shore could be Jersey Shore, I suppose.
That's a pass for me. Ryan says, hello, Janet and John. I wanted to drop a line with my thoughts on your selection of State Movie of Minnesota. Thanks that you didn't select Fargo as the movie. I do really like that film and understand that it's set mostly in state, but it seems wrong to select it for State Movie when the title location is the town in North Dakota. I hear you, Ryan. I would also like to give my own honorable mention to the movie Drop Dead Gorgeous, a 1999 movie that became a bit of a cult classic and an impressive lineup of cast members. It didn't deserve the win, but it is a film I remember with some nostalgia. I love that people are like, I respect your choice, but also don't forget this Jim. I appreciate that as well. Drop Dead Gorgeous has some great performances in it, and it's very funny about
I'm
beauty
sure it does, but
contests.
now I'm seeing red all over again.
Oh, here we go.
Mauser Schmuels in the chat trying to gaslight me into thinking that Castle Rock, Oregon is
You
real.
just got schooled.
No, I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now. The Stand By Me, 1986 American coming-of-age drama film, directed by Rob Reiner, rest in peace. What a tragedy.
Yeah.
Based on Stephen King's 1982 novella, The Body. The film is set in the fictional town of Castle Rock, Oregon. Fictional. Now I'm going to look up Castle Rock, Oregon. Maybe Wikipedia is wrong. You keep Castle Rock,
Okay.
Oregon. Hang on. No, it's a real place, turns out. No, it's a fictional community that is the setting for Stand By Me.
What is happening right now? Where are you? How are you seeing that it's real and then not real?
Well, because I'm going at it a different way. There was a historic unincorporated community post office and railway station in Morrow County, Oregon, called Castle Rock.
Sounds real.
That has not existed for 100 years or more.
Sounds less real.
And then there's Castle Rock, Clatsop County, Oregon, which is a rock. It's actually a rock.
Well,
It's just one big old rock. That sounds like a real rock.
what people don't
it's
realize
not
about
a
the
town,
character
it's a rock.
in Stand By Me,
So-
they didn't realize they were tiny little gnomes who lived inside of a rock. Their whole town was inside of a big rock. They're
Mauser
so
Schmuel,
cute.
I'm sorry I got so mad about
Oh,
it.
Mauser,
I apologize.
major
I
apology.
got
I mean,
so
you
mad.
pounded on the desk.
I pounded.
Pounded.
Literally pounded the table for this.
It's like a pounding out some veal for veal marsala over here.
Yeah.
Sorry about mentioning veal. That's gross. Hang on a second. I was gonna keep talking. I apologize.
Anonymous says, thank you for your separate and joint podcast for the hours of entertainment you have given us. Thank you, Anonymous. You know I know your name. You asked to be anonymized. MaximumFun.org/join motto. You too can support us for the hours of entertainment you enjoy or could be enjoying. Anonymous says, as a lifelong Oregonian who has also never seen Goonies, I know it primarily as a tourist attraction for people from elsewhere and cannot speak to how representative it is of our state. For me, the films of Kelly Reichardt are emblematic. My favorite is Old Joy with its beautiful soundtrack by Yola Tango, but the collaborations with Michelle Williams are excellent as well. And First Cow features an appearance by detectorist Toby Jones. Other indie gems include
First Cow. It was terrific. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Because Dan Wally's trying to gaslight me too. Everyone's gaslighting me in the chat.
Well, wait, can you hear me okay? And they're just, confusing John with me, and that's very common.
That happens
Or
all the
are they
time.
confusing John with me? Janet, that's another J name.
Yes.
Now it all seems possible. We've opened
John,
it wide.
did you
Dan
deliberately
Wally's been
want-
long been a member of the Maximum Fun family and
True.
and an audio professional. So it makes me very self-conscious. But I hope you can hear me.
John did deliberately make sure that everybody who works on his podcast has J names. I think
That's
that
a
was in his
weird
contract.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
weird
right. Jesse,
insistence.
Jennifer, Janet, Julian,
Yeah.
our senior producer Jorah Swisher.
Joris, of course, George Swisher.
That sounds like a Star Trek recheck.
George Swisher. I gave
Everyone's
her
saying
multiple
that
days.
All right, now how does it sound now? Do I sound louder now, everybody?
You sound the same level to me. I hear all three of
thought
us
you
at the
sounded
same
fine,
level.
yes.
That doesn't mean anything because it's whatever people are hearing.
Oh, do you know what happened? This is what happened. Now you can hear me much better. I bet.
Oh,
my
you
God.
were
Thank you,
on
everyone.
ambient. Your mic was ambient.
Somehow, I mean, I'm hearing myself through this. But somehow this something got switched.
Oh.
And
Thank
I
you,
apologize.
friends.
I do apologize. Thank
Sounded
you very
like you
much.
turned on NPR mode or something.
Hey,
You really
everyone.
did. I know it became ASMR a little bit. It's wonderful.
Hey, everyone. It's me,
MaximumFun.org/join.
Hang on, I'm going to have to mute my friends here for a second.
If you think that, do you think that ASMR is mostly this sound? Nyum, 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 nyum.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Janet, I had to mute you there. Sorry, Julian, got to mute you. Yeah. Hi, everyone. It's me, John Hodgman. Don't worry about it, Dan Wally. You made a fuss, and it was for a good reason. Sometimes you have to make a fuss. Sometimes you have to make a
got
fuss.
'em.
And the Max Fun Drive is the 2 and only 2 weeks a year when we make a fuss. We make a fuss to you about supporting Maximum Fun. We couldn't do it without you. We are a creator-owned, listener-supported network of podcasts, serviced and helped by a community of employee owners of the Maximum Fun Co-op. We couldn't do it without your support. Literally, what would happen is I would have to hit end stream right now and we'd be done. So please, everybody, there's a reason that Maximum Fun exists. I can't do this on my own. I need Janet, I need Julian, and obviously I need people like you to remind me that my microphone is wrong. If I couldn't do this, if I didn't have this support, I wouldn't be able to do anything of the things I do. All right. MaximumFun.org/join. Unmute yourselves. I'm sorry, I'm being really weird.
I'm
now.
back here.
Okay.
I'm glad I can unmute myself because I'm going to give a little shout out to Brian Sebi, who I believe is watching on Twitch. And they say if we're going the NPR route, we need a Max Fun tote bag. Well, Brian, apparently you weren't around
Brian.
for the Maximum bag just a few years ago, but we do have tons of great NPR adjacent gifts, I'll say, across every level of like the higher ends of membership with physical gifts. So go peruse those, and I promise you will not be disappointed. We love giving our Max Fun members physical gifts.
Yeah.
MaximumFun.org/join motto. How to say it.
Yeah, if you go to MaximumFun.org/join motto, you can instantly become a $5 a month member of Maximum Fun, supporting E Pluribus Motto specifically, and you can click through and see all of the other podcasts that you can support, as well as all of the wonderful premium gifts you can get at various levels of support. You can also get a gift membership for someone in your life who maybe would appreciate it but can't afford it right now. You can even get a gift membership for someone you don't even know. There's a whole list of people. Obviously times are tough, and so people who are unable to afford a membership right now, put them names on a list, and if you're in a position where you can help them out, then you can do that right there at MaximumFun.org/join motto. We try to provide as much value as we can. One of the things that happens in all of these subscription models, this all goes back to when Jesse founded the network, before there was Patreon, before there was streaming, before there were all the subscriptions that you could get on your phone. All we asked was that people pledge a little bit of financial support. We only asked 2 weeks out of the year, and then we'd shut up about it for the rest of the year. And all of a sudden now you've got more subscriptions than you can count. We get it, right? And it's hard. It's hard to keep track of everything. And one of the things you might have noticed about your subscriptions is, for the most part, they suck. They're all terrible. And you keep getting less for the more that you are asked to pay over and over again.
You have a sneaking suspicion that most of the money is funneling towards the giant conglomerate that bought the network that you used to listen to as a lone podcast. That is not happening here.
Maybe you got tricked into becoming we'll say a primary member of a retailer that also puts TV on, because you felt for some reason you needed to watch Under the Dome by Stephen King. Stephen King's Under the Dome, because your friend Adam Stein was writing for it. So maybe you did that, and you're like, well, you know what? I'll keep the membership going because I get all this access to all of these TV shows, and I get them all ad free because I'm a primary member. And now, next time you go to this same service and you want to watch something, all of a sudden it's not ad free, and you're sitting there watching these ads, and you're not paying less, you're paying more. That's called what Cory Doctorow, a Maximum Fund member and supporter, calls enshittification.
Enshittification.
It's when a service is offered and initially it seems like such a great bargain and they trap you, and then it gets worse and worse and worse, and you pay more and more and more because they're serving someone who is not you. They're serving advertisers or shareholders or corporate executives' whims, whatever it might be. But with Maximum Fund, that's not the case. With Maximum Fund, I would dare say that not only are we offering the exact same level of real value that we've offered since the very beginning, which is to say your dollars go without exception to Maximum Fun and the shows that you personally choose to support.
Yes.
But also we have added value year over year rather than for the same, for our returning members every year. I hope that you agree and that you've noticed that, like, Judge John Hodgman now offers a 5th episode every month for members only, where we read it's called the member mailbag, and we read members only letters. Obviously, every podcast on the network, including Pluribus Motto, offers bonus content that is available to all members at starting at the $5 a month level. Hundreds and hundreds of hours of bonus episodes that we have all recorded for our various podcasts, and in fact, the first time we ever named the official state cryptids was a bonus episode, was it not? For Pluribus Motto?
That's right. That's right.
Yes,
I think
indeed.
I might be the Max. Am I the McElroy's bonus content this year?
Are you the
I think I might be.
Are you the McElroys, Janet?
I think I might be. I mean, I certainly recorded what I believe was a members only episode in which I tried to make them all voiceover stars.
Yeah.
But you'll have to listen to find out if that happened.
Maximum Fun, if you go over there, maximumfun.org/join motto, and you click through, you will see that you can get t-shirts and other apparel as a gesture of thanks for your membership. The
But
t-shirts,
also you can order some apparel too for the podcast you love.
Yeah, but
That's a side note.
I think a reasonable t-shirt for next Max Fun Drive, a free t-shirt, should simply say, "Am I the McElroy's bonus content?"
Great.
Yeah. This is
God damn it, John. Now we get the idea.
I don't think this is the actual R.L. Stein. I don't think R.L. Stein.
I hope so, though.
It would be great if R.L. Stein, A, was a Maximum Fun member, and B, was posting under the screen name R.L. Stein 69. That'd be hot.
Woo!
But this person is a Maximum Fun member, whatever their real name might be. I've been a member for 13 years, and Max Fun has only gotten more awesome in that time. And that's the point. We're trying to, whatever the opposite of enshittification is, that's what we're trying to offer. And so, yeah, do you get premiums? Of course you do. Do we offer more value for your dollar year after year? We certainly try to. But the ultimate thing that we're offering is you the chance to support something you like if it's within your means, and to do so directly in a way that I think is unparalleled in any other media environment. And I've frankly, as a Max Fun member, I'm a contributing member to a number of podcasts. I love the fact that my money is not going to some weird corporation. Particularly now, it's not lining the pocket of a venture capitalist or a tech bro or whatever it is. It's going to creators that I have gotten to know in my own ears. And the other thing I do, because I care so much about the Max Fun community, we're also supportive and everything else. I don't yell at them about I don't get enough squonks on my favorite motto. and I don't yell at them about whether Castle Rock is real or not.
Brian is
Just
in
kidding.
the
I love it. Yell
doghouse.
at me. Yell at me. By the way, here's that Castle Rock. Look at that. That's an incredible rock.
I want to see a show set on that.
Let's get a
What
little
could
closer.
possibly go right?
That's
Just
close.
there, and what could possibly go right?
It's a large monolith right off the coast of Arch Cape, Oregon. It is named Castle Rock because it resembles a castle turret. It is basalt formed millions of years ago by from lava flows. Got it. It's sometimes called Queen Vic.
Oh, the Queen. Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, I love a picture. Listen, this says Oregon to me. Give me ocean with clouds. That's all I ask for. When I look out the window and it's a perfectly cloudless day, I feel like the universe is going to suck me out into open air. I need the comforting blanket and safety of clouds in the sky or fog.
Yeah.
A cloudless day feels like too much
Hey,
sky.
everybody. When Janet Varney says all I need is ocean and clouds, that doesn't keep podcasts going, honestly.
Oh, that's certainly true. I would ask you to go to maximumfun.org
thank
/join
you.
motto
Thank you. That's not
to
all
be
you-
able to hear me say
That's right.
a cloudless sky is scary to me.
It's not you, jovial Bob Stein, for real, wink. But I love you anyway. You're all wonderful. What else do we got on the docket? We're going to be live streaming for another 10 minutes or so.
This
before-
guy said
yeah.
docket. What show are you on, Hodgman?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it straight. You know,
I still
a lot
have.
of
I
people
have
don't
some
know
additional.
that I have another show.
Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of JV Club
That's
listeners don't know. A lot of Tyson Fights listeners don't know.
Hey,
We're all-
maniacs.
We're all
Yeah.
working on other stuff. Oh, I'm quiet again. What? No, I'm not. Stop with the head games. Has my audio changed for you two?
No,
No,
It's the same.
This is
not,
our,
since, you,
our
not
other.
since you went NPR on us. Yeah.
Yeah, this is another great podcast called Let's Gaslight John.
You know what? That would be fun. Maybe next year.
Just subtly turn his headphones down
Maybe-
more and more
Maybe,
every
maybe
episode.
next year. Exactly. Is
Yeah.
it getting dark in here? It's getting darker in here. Isn't it?
Not here. Nothing but cloudless sky. Help me.
Have we covered the state of Washington yet?
No,
not
we have
yet.
not covered Washington
No.
State yet.
Is that coming up
I'm
this
very
season?
excited.
Let me check. Gosh, would you believe that my brain is mush after
Oh
a
wait,
week
I think
and a half
it
of
is because
Max Fun
we
Drive?
got an email about
Right.
Washington. That leads me to believe that it is coming up this year.
Why don't you
this
look
season.
up that email, if you will, and then I want to share something with you.
Oh, by the way, John Z says we forgot the movie Diner for Maryland.
Oh,
haven't seen
well,
Diner in a minute.
sure. Yeah, I mean that Barry Levinson is another bard of Baltimore, though the one we focused on was not Barry Levinson. You'll have
Yeah.
to listen to the episode to find out.
And how
For
about
TV.
a
Oh,
little
yeah, for TV
for
especially.
whoever asked about
yeah,
Washington? Washington's coming up in July. It'll be the
There you
first
go.
episode of July 7th.
We
Actually.
have not yet recorded it,
No.
but I wanted to bring to your attention, and let me share my screen. This is a little update, or a little preview, I should say.
Yeah.
Stand by. There's so many panes, so many screens. I got to click this, and then I got to click this, and I got to click this. Now, if you know what I'm talking about already, then I got to add it to the stage. Sorry, everybody. Here we go. Okay.
Oh, you're out of
here-
breath.
All right, here we are. Speaking of big corporations, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Use Apple
Talk to me.
Maps? Not me. I'm a PC.
Oh, Jesus, what a throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a throwback.
comes up.
Thanks a lot. Thanks
It's
a
been
lot.
known to come up.
All right. So, what do you think about? Oops! Don't read this. Over. There we go. This is a town in Washington State called Point Roberts. What do you notice when you look at this? What is so unusual about this town, Point Roberts, in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest? Guesses?
I mean,
Guesses?
what's so unusual about it? First of all, I can see it's so small to me.
Right. What's all this? Ocean. I
Is that a
guess.
sound?
It might be. It might be. This is also a sound. That's ASMR. I was just trying to get some views. I'm gonna.
What
I'm
would
gonna-
you like to hear us do for our ASMR E Pluribus Motto episode? What sounds
Listen,
would you like us to make?
Is it the
needs a-
fact that there is only apparently one place of business that's not a Shell station?
Yeah.
That might be problematic.
Saltwater Cafe.
There's a cute little blurb down at the bottom where something gets sucked up from said water and goes into this little blorp down here.
Yeah, if we go down in here, this is a little a bay of some kind, I guess.
Yeah, tiny bay.
Who we got in the chat was saying the Shell stations aren't BPs. That's interesting. That could be it. I wonder if it is.
Why is it so obsessed with
Mauser
Shell?
Schmuel, who was giving me the business earlier.
Oh, Mauser.
But appropriately, because I was on the
won't
wrong mic. Said
spoil
I've been
the
there. I won't
answer.
spoil the answer.
What is unusual about it?
What is unusual about it?
Are you
Well,
telling us that for sure, just in looking at it at face value right there?
No, not
that we
right
can
here,
tell?
and nor right here. Here's a hint. This is South Beach, so you know that's the South. This is the name of the town. It has an enchanted. What's this? Why is this here?
Oh.
What's going on here? Where in Washington could this be? It is an exclave.
Oh,
It is an exclave. If we scroll out or zoom out just a little bit more, you're gonna see this is maybe some of Washington that you recognize.
Yeah.
Here's Port Townsend, Washington, where we were introduced. We were invited to perform Judge John Hodgman by the mayor of Port Townsend. Up here, this is Vancouver, not to be confused with Vancouver, Washington, which exists and is very confusing.
Yeah.
It is an exclave. It is entirely surrounded by water and Canada.
Oh, my goodness.
And there is no way to drive there without entering Canada. And it is all because when they were setting of a surveying error, when they set the boundary after 4950 and fight or whatever it was.
Wow.
Point Roberts, Washington. That's something.
That's a fun little tidbit.
Now,
I'll give. Oh, yeah.
I was just going to say, that's all I got to offer because this is just a preview of our Washington episode, which we have not yet recorded. But if you know or have lived, and some of you mentioned it, if you've lived in Port Roberts, Washington, or you know someone who has, won't you send us a letter
please.
so that we can read something about it and
Please,
learn
yes.
more?
I'm going to give email pluribusmotto@maximumfun.org. Email pluribusmotto@maximumfun.org. Very quickly, too, as a preview, we did receive a note from Spencer, who I'm not going to say what the cryptid is, but I'm going to give a little context around it. Searching the woods for my favorite Washington cryptid, the blank. My grandparents lived near their supposed breeding grounds in Hood Canal, and as kids, my cousins and I would scour the shores in spring looking for eggs. What will it turn out to be? We'll have to discuss it on our Washington episode of E Pluribus Motto. Won't you help us make that episode by going to MaximumFun.org/join motto?
Yeah, what if you don't go to MaximumFun.org/join motto and we don't make our goals and we're shutting it all down?
No.
Yeah.
The shutdown.
I'm personally pulling the plug.
And it is just one plug.
No,
If you go to Maximum Fun, you will see in its office, there's just a plug for every podcast that
there's
you
one
can just
plug
go,
for individual
Plug
plugs
for every podcast, a
Yeah.
squonk for every well.
That's right. That is our promise to
Yeah.
you. I mean, look, I'm being a little sarcastic, obviously, but it's true. It costs us time and money to make all of the podcasts at Maximum Fun. And without your support, we are obviously committed to completing this season. We really hope if you haven't listened before, and it's very possible you haven't because we're drafting off of the Judge John Hodgman stream just almost an hour ago. But if you haven't listened to it, please listen to it. If you like it, please go to MaximumFun.org/join motto. If you love it, go there twice. But if you don't go there, there may not be another season. Seriously, there may not be another season. Look, Janet's Julian's producing all kinds of shows at Maximum Fun. Janet's doing. It's got to go to every Comic-Con on Earth. It turns out.
I did. I made a solemn vow.
That's right. If there's a Comic-Con in Point Roberts, Janet's going to go there. You know what I mean?
There.
And we've all got things to do, and it just might not be. We might not be able to continue making it unless you support us, please, at MaximumFun.org/join motto. It's not a threat. It's not a threat. It's just
no, but it is the reality of what we do. It's very much the reality of the network. We have to support it. This is not like a huge place where it's like, and just for fun, we'll also ask people to support it. Like this is literally what turns the lights on.
Yeah. We,
That's true.
in keeping with John's earlier discussion about all of the other subscription programs that are out there that are, let's say, terrible, one might
Garbage.
call them.
Yeah.
You know what? Your money and your subscription does not make a difference whether or not the shows that you love stay on. Netflix cancels a bunch of shows that I love all the time. I still miss you, Glow. I subscribed to Netflix just for that show, and they just ended it because they wanted to, and I was very sad about it.
They saw your subscription come through and go, let's break this kid's heart.
Yeah, that was horrible. I was so thank you for calling me a kid. As somebody who's over 30, I still love hearing that.
How dare you? Kick you right out of here. I'll tell you, this is what that's how they run things. And a lot of people don't know this. They run things at Netflix. Every week they get together and they look at who subscribed, and they're like, let's pick one to fuck with.
Yeah, they're casting lots back there.
It's fun. It's fun for them. It's fun for them.
But the point is that when you go to MaximumFun.org/join, whether that's MaximumFun.org/join motto or one of the other shows you listen to, it does make a difference. It makes us say, these people love this show. This show is being supported. This show must continue because people love it. And it's just that simple. And that's why I love it so much whenever we get wonderful messages, whenever people this time of year, people love to sound off about what they love about the show, because it reminds us that we are doing this for a wonderful audience that cares about it and wants it to continue.
We were talking about Bored to Death earlier on because I appeared in that show as a boxer, and that's me in my boxing uniform.
Yo!
Yeah, well, it's pretty hot.
Guess what?
What?
Really quick, Anonymous also mentioned other indie gems in Oregon include the 2010 mystery Cold Weather starring Bored to Death alumna Trieste Kelly Dunn. Oh, another Bored to Death reference.
Yeah, I know.
Meant to be.
Bored to Death was a very, very special show made by our friend Jonathan Ames, and you know, it got canceled. It happens. It wasn't his choice. The viewers of Bored to Death could not subscribe extra to HBO or say, hey, I would like my subscription dollars to go to Bored to Death the way you can at Maximum Fun for the podcast that you like and care about. But what's more, Jonathan Ames can't go and make Bored to Death somewhere else. Jonathan Ames can't write a Bored to Death novel. Jonathan Ames, that would be fan fiction. He'd be sued out of existence because Jonathan Ames doesn't own the IP of Bored to Death, which is bananas when you think about it, because the name of the main character is Jonathan Ames, right? He can't make another show with a guy named Jonathan Ames because HBO owns it, and that's not unusual. It's perfectly typical for, if you most media companies. If you're selling a movie or a screenplay, a TV show or whatever, you give up the IP. I'm not sure people really understand what it means to us as creators that Maximum Fun does not own our IP. The creators own the shows themselves, and it's not like we're going to go off and try to, pitch it to, I don't know, Mubi or something, or get on Freevee or whatever. Nope. That's not the point. The point is that, like, we have the security of knowing that we own the work that we create, and the dignity and the respect that offers the creators. And we know that Maximum Fun as a network offers the dignity and respect to folks like Julian and all the staff at Max Fun HQ who are employee owners. It's an employee-owned co-op, and I think that it offers you, the listeners, and I dare say present and future members, a certain dignity and respect as well. We like making podcasts for you, not for, as I say, not for shareholders, not for venture capitalists, not to enrich a corporation, but to fill our lives with meaning, and to keep you company and be kept company by you. And the way that it works is the only way that it works is to support us by going to MaximumFun.org/join motto. That you can become a member of member supporting E Pluribus motto right now at only $5 a month, and you can pay it all at $60 right up front if you don't feel like having something taken out of your bank account every week. That's all I got to say about that. We're at the top of the hour. Janet Varney, you got to go.
I gotta go. I heard that you might have a preview of an upcoming episode, Julian. Is that true?
Yes, I do. You know what's right here behind me? This way, up, cameras. This right here.
Oh.
Rammer Jammer Yellow Hammer. For those of you that know Alabama, the Yellow Hammer. of the state of Alabama, the state bird, one of my personal favorites. I can't wait till we get to the Alabama episode once the Max Fun Drive is done. So why not go ahead and go to MaximumFun.org/join motto, and then you'll know that you're helping make that stuff happen. Look at that. Oh my God, what
And
a
before
bird. I
I-
love that.
That's a
Love that
beauty.
yellow hammer.
Before
God,
I
love the
suggest
yellow hammer.
before I suggest a thing, have we decided on bonus content for this year or no? Have we
We
recorded?
did,
it
we
already?
did have bonus content, but we can always add more, John Hodgman.
Well, we were talking about a listener brought up the fact, and we were alluded to it earlier on, that a lot of states don't have the right bird for the state
Yeah.
bird. A lot of them they share a lot of the same birds. You know what I mean? Like, for example, what did we just recorded Florida. That's the cardinal, right? Just like every other
I believe
state.
it's definitely, yeah, and we definitely want it to be the flamingo or the scrub jay.
Yeah, there are better birds for most of these states, and maybe as some bonus content down the road, we've been talking about it. We'll do a bird fight. And we'll pick
Northern
some
mockingbird,
birds.
my friend. Northern mockingbird.
mockingbird.
Like the
know what?
mockingbird makes it in a lot of places. The cardinal makes it in a lot of places.
That mockingbird is mocking us because that is the
That's
wrong
right.
bird. We're going to pick the right bird for every state. If
Yeah.
you've got a nomination, won't you write us at email pluribusmotto at MaximumFun.org. That's email pluribusmotto at MaximumFun.org. That's the email address. Let us know if you visited Point Roberts. But if you're going to do anything today, there's a URL down below. Please go and visit it right now. Thank you. That's right. There it is. There it goes. Stay with it. Oh, it's going over to you, Janet. Can you grab it?
Sing along.
Grab
I got
it. No,
it, I
the
got
other way,
it, I
other
got
way,
it.
other way. You're going the wrong way.
No,
You're going the
on
wrong
my
way.
side, on my side it's right.
Julian,
On my side it's right. On my
All
side
right,
it's
that's
right.
it. Bye.